My door is not fitted with a peephole either. Those without eyes or without limits to their knowledge have no need for peeping, and I am without either. I have never once peeped at or through something, and I doubt I ever will. Apertures built into physical surfaces to reveal what's hidden behind them are for those with particular handicaps. They are for those lacking advanced vision to render the opaque permeable to light, or those lacking advanced knowledge to render the concealed information irrelevant, or both. They are for people who I call suckers. I know the identity of anyone who stands behind this door, even in those cases where I have not extended an invitation to the visitor personally. Pardon me while I let Jack inside. Did you not believe it would be Jack? Who else would it be? Someone who would have suspected anyone else is a person who I would also describe as a sucker. Ha ha. He he. Hoo hoo. Hello, Slick. Won't you please in? Oh, for heaven's sake. Jack, stop it. Jack. Slick? Which would you prefer I call you? It's one of the strange points of uncertainty which surrounds you. Maybe it is that you don't particularly care. Your flair is for the plain and serviceable, isn't it? Not much of your vanity is tied up in a name, I'd guess. Not going to tell me? Fine, I won't tell you my name either. Well, I might. If you would just show some manners and stop hitting me with that ridiculous horse hitcher. I won't crack, no matter how senseless the drubbing. If only it were that simple. You're not going to stop, are you? It will be very difficult to discuss our points of mutual interest like this. I was prepared to go about it in a civilized way, even though I knew very well I would spend the first several minutes of our meeting sitting on the floor while being flogged. I've even prepared a bowl of candy for you, which I know you will enjoy. Courtesy is important, Jack. Do you have anything at all to say? Any form of communication you care to attempt beyond the sound iron makes against my head repeatedly? No, of course not. What's that? I see. You think you already know my name. You do not know my real name, Jack, just as none of your adversaries on this planet know yours. You only know my nickname. It's a good nickname, too, befitting of the passive gunslinger charged with initiating the break. I am my master's weapon, his soldier in a war of one bullet fired. But when that bullet clears the barrel, it won't be my finger on the trigger. I'm a facilitator, not an assassin. Here, Jack, why don't you help yourself to some candy over there on the table? There's something I need to take care of before we continue. I won't be long. Yes, good. Placate yourself with the Scotty dog, Slick. My supply is bottomless. I am an excellent host. When I am finished with this minor interruption, we will resume our gentlemanly negotiation. I will proceed to beat you severely until you agree to do what I ask. I trust you won't take it personally. Now please excuse me. I have to talk to a teenage girl from another universe. Now? No, only now. Your inevitable impatience caused you to contact me again. Inevitability is my invitation. I am right to be smug. I am omniscient, extremely powerful, and very charming. That was clever. If I plead ignorance to the fact that you are denying my charisma, it invalidates my claim of omniscience. But if I must adhere to my all-knowing status, it forces me to validate the unfortunate reality that you are feigning the opinion that my demeanor is unpalatable. Not that it matters, because I have all three qualities, and you know it. Yes, I was about to say, we should hurry this along. My visitor is beginning to set things on fire. Some guy. I was just joking anyway. I am not in a hurry at all. Yes. Oh, he most definitely is. He he. I was joking about being in a hurry. From my perspective, this conversation has taken place in less than 1 second. I type very quickly. Hoo hoo. Jokes are only temporary lies. If the falsehood is never exposed, there is no punchline. If the punchline is never delivered, the lie is sealed forever, regardless of initial humorous intent. Lies are not funny. My joke was objectively funny. Who would know better than I? Basically. No, that would be something closer to a prank. I don't play pranks very often. I am allowed to do whatever I want. I choose never to lie. I also choose to tell jokes now and then and to play pranks quite sparingly. But I can say that I have never played a prank on you, and no statement I have made to you thus far, or will make in this conversation, will contain any trace of falsehood for the sake of setting up a joke or a prank, with the exception of the joke I just made, and another one I will make very soon. Oh? Yes, I knew it. It was neither. It was the truth. Yes. 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 I'll tell you later. Because you asked. Because that piece of information would not fit elegantly into the sequence of our exchange at this moment. Yes. Yes, until, briefly, I don't. But the dark spots never last long. The truth disguises itself to me sometimes, which can be mildly frustrating, but it usually reveals itself quickly, much as if a punchline was delivered. It's a humorous dialogue I have with reality, and it is very amusing. There is no obligation. It's a pleasure. I've always had a soft spot for young ladies. No, it's not. No, it's not. I have looked into the future and determined that we would continue in this manner pointlessly for some time, so I am putting an end to it here. Yes. Thank you. Of course I am not in the way you mean. And anyway, you are applying standards of conduct frowned upon for your kind which make no sense to apply to me. I am an immortal entity with a large cue ball for a head, and no biological means of reproduction. Also, if you were millions of years old, you'd find that nearly every lady you encounter is quite young, relatively speaking. There should be no reason for you to feel uncomfortable with this interaction. Try to think of me as one of your kindly human uncle figures. In fact, if I were in your presence now, I would offer you candy to prove it. What? Yes.